Welcome to today's Design Your Life podcast. Today I'm going to be talking about self-development for entrepreneurs. Big ripple effect in, your lifestyle and what you're trying to achieve. I just want to start by asking you a very simple question. How many of you have faced challenges in your entrepreneurial journey that you've actually got to the point where you feel, what's the point of all this? And you questioned your ability to succeed. If your answer is yes, I can tell you that you are not alone. We all have, in all parts of our life, moments of self-doubt. But here is the truth. These challenges and obstacles are just the start of a transformational process within yourself. Self-growth. Entrepreneurs often focus on strategies, networking, funding, but really they're forgetting the number one thing, the number one asset, and that is themselves. If we work on our mindset, resilience, and discipline to work through those fears, you are just going to elevate yourself to a better person. If you work through those fears with self-development, you can build yourself to succeed. I'm your host, Chris Connell, and I'm very grateful for you to be here today. This comes from a place of my heart to help people just understand that they're not alone in these journeys. There's many people that go through this, and I'm just here to share my stories. And hopefully you can reflect and get something that resonates with you to take it further in your life to make it better. As I said before, you are not alone. I face these struggles too. So many of them. Work-life balance, funding, employment, my own health, clients and family. But I can tell you through self-development, this is how I overcome all of those challenges and still working on it now to this present day. And it also led to success. Personal self-development is the key to success in business. And that all starts with you. Let's start off with what is being an entrepreneur. What does that entail? What kind of person are you? We're different. You either are or you're not. You want to conform to society and, its systems, or you want to better it. So you want to bring a product to the market. You can have a better idea to better something, to solve problems in people's lives, to make the world a better place. And that idea is your design in your head. And the entrepreneur will bring that to reality. The benefits of being an entrepreneur are financial. I love this one. This is the best one for me, as you're in charge of your schedule, your own schedule. And the greatest one of all is you have self-growth. You change who you are. You take on all these life lessons and you develop yourself into a better person. The things that you have to overcome and accomplish to bring your design or your thought to reality is a mission. It is a journey. I feel that everything is built twice in this world. Everything's built in design and then it is built in reality. I'm a developer. If you imagine an architect will draw the drawing, so you'll have conversations and you'll design your perfect house. And it's designed on paper. And then you get the contractor in and they'll build from the design and turn it into reality. And the bit in between, that is where all the self-development comes from. That's you figuring out how you can take it from a drawing to the reality. That's the roadmap that you need to figure out and design. And that is where all the growth comes. You can execute a perfect roadmap, but there will be stuff that you have to learn on the way. I'm going to share a story with you now. And, I remember being a little kid. I had a dog and I used to have to walk it twice a day. And I used to walk past this construction site and I just started dreaming. And every week that went past, I literally designed this dream in my head to so much detail that was my course for my future. So the roadmap for me was leaving school, working on construction sites. It was a 15-year journey before I built my first house. Just understand that. It took me 15 years to develop myself into a person that could be in a position to build a home. When I think back, it's an amazing journey of self-development, all the things that I had to learn. But it was all that journey of building a company. I learned how to be a tradesman and I learned that to a very good standard. And then, I had to learn this whole new skill of business. And to be honest, that is what took the time. The greatest thing about today, we have coaches and mentors, and that can collapse the time because you're getting advice from someone that's already been there and done it. I did my first speech the other day. Jesus, the nerves. I've had to learn so many things, but what better thing to do for me than speak to someone that's already done it to get all the tips? So learn from people that have been there before. It just collapses the time. Now we have YouTube, AI, all these marvelous tools, technology to fast track your achievements in your roadmap and get over these problems. There's a lot of help out there, but know this, it's all fear-based. Anything is possible. So it's fear-based. And why do you have that anxiety? Is because you've never done it before. So after you've done it, and you may fail at the first one, but you're 5, 6, 7 times in, you get it right. And then you build the confidence and you know how to do it right. Your next biggest success is facing your fear. If you have something that you have to give to people, you have to get over these fears and turn your dream into reality. For me, it was public speaking, but I know how much it would feel to me to be able to share something to an audience to help them better their lives. I couldn't negotiate with myself to not do it, to break that fear, to break that mold. So I had to understand where that fear come from. When I was in school play, I was one of the wise men. It was all fine when we were practicing. On show day, they opened the curtain and I was just like, this is not for me. The anxiety and the fear inside, it was horrendous for me. Even when I was older, probably 10 years ago now, so I was in my 30s, I got no problem speaking to my team, give them a talk on direction or a strategy talk. And I did this course and I went with a colleague and we did this course for 4 days, and then at the end of it we have to showcase our work over the last 4 days. I thought nothing of it. I literally thought nothing of it. And I stood up in front of the class and probably 2 paragraphs in, I got cold sweats and the anxiety inside built up so much I couldn't speak. And luckily my colleague took over, my heart rate calmed down and then kind of regained a little bit of confidence to carry on. But my life has taken a bit of a turn because I want to help people, assist people achieving their dreams. And I had to get over that. I had to get over those moments. And that's been a process. It's been a process for me and a journey for me. And that's what I'm saying to you. It's road mapping towards your dreams. There's all these things that you're going to have to accomplish in self-development to achieve the level of person that you need to be to achieve your goal. The best thing for me is scheduling. I am in charge of my schedule. I design what I do every day because I want to do them. I love the things that I do every day and I'm in charge of that. The trouble is if you work for somebody, you have sold your life energy, those hours of your life to build someone else's dream. Now, you will never get those years back, so you need to make a decision. Do you love what you do? And, if you're parking or putting on hold your dream and your schedule, you need to question that. Are you actually doing the things that you want to do every day? There's so much to do. There's so much to experience in life, in this world. I love being a father. Hands down, the single best responsibility that I've got in my life. And because I'm in charge of my schedule, I can be there for my children. Everything else works around it. I can create a work-life balance, but you can create acceptable balance in your life. If you have a job, you can't. You are contracted to work a certain amount of hours, be there on a certain time, leave at a certain time. The whole entrepreneurial journey is self-development. If you've not experienced employing people, raising funds to execute your project, working on your network, all those 3 things are going to be massive growth for a person. And what a beautiful journey it is. You need to work on your communication skills so that you can relate to people. Business is built on relationships. So if you're not a good communicator, you need to work at that. And that comes with reps. How many times you do it, the more interactions that you have, the better you're going to get at it. You learn from every interaction. Employing people. I've employed hundreds of people over the years. And when I first employed someone, it was just to fulfill a need. But I didn't understand how to build loyalty within a company and how to align them with my goals for the company and understand their goals so that they are loyal to the company so that we can deliver their goals in their future. But all these things are beautiful things. They're all self-development. Funding. Being a developer, you need a bit of money, right? Well, I'll tell you a little story about raising funding and being an entrepreneur and learning how to pivot and dig deep and just find a way to do it. I was doing this development and I sold under contract, a very good contract. It was a government agency. And I'd already built 2 buildings, so had the experience, proved that I could do it. And I went to the bank, had great relationships with the bank, borrowed money off them before. 2 suits turned up and looked over, give me a bit of an interview. And I thought nothing of it. I'd signed the contract to deliver these buildings to this agency. And 3 days later, I got the phone call. Yeah, no, sorry, we're not going to lend on that because you haven't got the experience. There was enough value asset in the actual land and the buildings that were already there. And I remember it so vividly. I got off the phone and, well, that's a bit shit, really. that's a bit of a thing, isn't it? I got off the phone and I thought, oh, what's the next steps? The one thing that I did not think was that was the end for me, or the end of that project. And this is the greatest thing. When you have a dream and you've worked so hard, you do not let anything stop you. And that is the bit where you get the most growth. When you have these problems in this journey to bring your dream to a reality, you get the most out of it. And if I reflect now, I had to negotiate with creditors. I had to really work on the work program, and we cut the time down by a couple months. And that is the only way that project succeeded. But in that, I made some wonderful relationships with people and the supply chain that I had. And not only that, the company proved that it could build something so efficiently. I designed so many SOPs during that project that was so valuable. So without the bank not lending me the money, I would have not had that experience and improve myself, my relationships, and the way that we execute work within the company. But I'm just telling you, these things happen. You can never foresee it. I never foreseen that. I had a signed contract with a government agency. I built 2 buildings. And sure enough, when the project was built, they come back and said, we'll lend you the money now. Well, of course you will. The building's there, isn't it? But that time had passed. So yeah, understand that you are the number one asset. You are the driving force of the business and the direction, how you speak to people, how you treat people, how you treat your employees, the setup, everything that you think about and dream about in your head, you're designing it. And that is what comes out of it. That is the end product. So be really clear on understanding yourself and building yourself, because whatever you are is a reflection of what you create. If you don't like what you create, you need to work on yourself to create better, to attract better. And then there's just the very basics. I take my health very seriously now because, I had a bit of a poorly stage. But, it's turning up on every day the best you can be. Not just for your business, for yourself, for your relationships, for your family. Right, I'm going to give you a few little tips for, what I've learned over the years of investing in yourself. If you think about, I look at it this way, I'm a car guy, and you invest in a nice car, and then you keep investing in it. You look after it, don't you? You invest in its service, its tires. If it gets a little mark, you invest to make it better. You might even modify it in some way. You'll put an investment, or even a home. You have a home, you're constantly investing in it. You're improving it. You're painting it. You get the roof fixed, and you lay some new flooring. You might upgrade the kitchen. You're investing in your asset. How many people on this planet do not invest in themselves? It is literally the only reason we are on this planet. Our physical form, our bodies. So very simple stuff. I'm not going to go into it. Good night's sleep. If you don't get good sleep, figure it out. There's plenty of ways to actually understand why you're not sleeping properly. Your diet, big difference if I eat unhealthily. So it's no brainer to me. If I want to wake up tomorrow and I want to feel well, I make sure that I eat well the day before. Look after your body. Exercise. Go out for a walk. Go and train. Push yourself. Be a better person. Be stronger. Be healthy. Be fit. And then your mind. Educate yourself. Everything you need to know to move yourself forward in all those roadblocks, in building your business, building a better life for yourself, is in a book. Someone has done it before and they've written a book, a biography, and they will tell you what they went through to get over that problem. You don't have to experience all that pain to understand. And help. There's so much help out there. I don't know how many times that I was so stressed because I didn't understand how to do something, and I could have just asked somebody. People like to help people, the right people. The greatest thing is people. We're human. Your friends, your colleagues, your network. I don't know how many times that I went down the road of trying to figure something out when I could have just asked somebody. The right people will want to help you. Speak to them. They've probably been through that problem and got over it. Always look to somebody that's been there before, experienced it. You wouldn't talk to anybody that's not done it. They will have the most opinions about it. Trust me on that one. People that have never done stuff that you're doing, the people that have never done it will tell you the right way to do it. Why on earth would you listen to them? That does not make sense to me at all. You want to speak to the people that have been there and done it. They've experienced it. They've learned from mistakes. They've overcome it, and they've got success. So put yourself first. Self-development. Everything comes from you. Everything that you create in this world, you've designed it. So have a look around you. Everything is there that you put there. I just want to end on this. Very valuable lesson for me. This journey isn't about the end. It's not about the end goal. It's very much the target and the mission. but the journey. Everything is about the journey and who you become out of it. All those lessons, all those people that you've met on that journey. So you have to be very attentive to, a lot of people focus on the end goal so much that they sacrifice so much in their life to get there. I have done it myself, but understand that every day that you live is a gift. So enjoy every day. How do you do that? Design it. Design your day. Yes, we have to work, but find the love in it, find the passion in it, and do everything else that you enjoy doing every day. Live a fulfilling, happy, joyful life, working towards your goal. Really enjoyed that. I'm very grateful for you all listening. If you want to reach out, I'd love it if you reached out through Instagram, Chris A. Connell. I'd love to speak to you. And if you're struggling with things, I'd love to help you. If this resonated with you, or you feel that it would help anybody, please share it. And I'll end with this. Go and do something today that you will thank yourself tomorrow for doing. Have a good day.